Every time a couple of people would ask, I am working, what do I do next to transit into the next phase? I want to make more money and I want to grow now that I am earning. This conversation is for you. Hello, Your Excellency. It's a Money Mindset with Razak, and we'll continue the conversation we started last week. I'm still going to have the same guest in person of Tobori Olumuyiwa. I call her Coach of Coaches. Coach T, welcome back. How are you?
Very well. Thank you, Razak. Thanks for having me again. Good day, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So I promised last time, after the end of the last conversation, that we are going to talk about people who are in their mid-30s, early 40s to 50. There's this statement you often said, like, Nigerians pray that they want to live long, but they don't plan about what will happen to them if they finally live long. So let's start. For those who are just thinking, I'm earning, but I want to do a side gig, there's this fear of where to start. There's this fear of what do I do? How do you better guide them? I know you're a personal finance coach, but I know you've invested a lot into entrepreneurship. How do you ask them to start such that it doesn't affect their work, such that it doesn't affect the principle of their current contract, but also, how do we manage that point of fear? Because that fear is always there. The fear of where do I start? The fear of what do I do that I will not lose my money.
Thank you so much for this question, Razak. I say to people, again, if you remember our conversation last week, unfortunately, they can't escape it. I'm going to go back there. One shortcut, and I'm going to start with the shortcut. There are many answers, but let me start with the shortcut. The shortest cut. One shortcut is to develop your ability to teach or share what you know. Shortcut. Every industry, even with all of the HR policies, every industry tolerates you teaching. Most organizations will tolerate you doing agriculture. Most of them will tolerate you speaking. Now, let me give an example. Let's say you work for the tightest organizations that have the tightest compliance policies. In other words, you cannot do anything. You cannot own a business. You cannot talk to the media. You cannot do anything. They're very strict. And I'm going to start with those kinds of organizations. I worked for one of such. Even if you're working for that kind of organization, you can make money from honorarium.
Tell me more about that. Honorarium. Tell me more about that.
So honorarium basically is every organization wants to be seen in the good light. You are seen as CSR. CSR is corporate social responsibility. You can do your personal social responsibility where you can go and share what you know. Let me give an example. Let's say I'm a lady in STEM, for instance, and I can come out and say, look, I want to talk to the girl child in secondary schools about the power of becoming a STEM ambassador or being excited about STEM. And I go to teach. So let's say, and this is worst case scenario. I go to talk in a secondary school about something that is already in my head. I'm not investing capital. I'm not getting staff. I'm not doing anything. Just from the passion of talking to the girl child. So I got to the secondary school. I talked to the girls. They are excited. Many of them are
Mm-hmm.
passionate about STEM. The school owner is thrilled. As I'm leaving, Razak, the school owner will press something inside envelope for me, press it very well. Usually a lovely crisp check. They'll put something, then they'll give you a speaker's box full of nice stuff. Beyond that, what you have done is that you have sown your seed into the minds of these young people. There are many things you have done. You have invested in the heart of the school owner. You have built your capacity as a speaker.
And you have made some money too.
The money is, in fact, at the end of the day, you find out that the money is the least of your assets. You have
Mm.
invested in the minds of these young girls who will, guess where these children will be in 15 years? They are the CEOs. They are the young CEOs. They are the young executives. They are all over the world. And guess who they will remember as the STEM authority, as a woman in STEM? You. As you are growing older, you are growing your brand, your personal brand is growing. In summary, for those who are in worst, and because I'm starting from the worst case scenario, where you do not have money to start a business. You started business before they ate your money, or you've lost money, or where do I start? Start with yourself. You are not using any new money. You are not using any new head. It's the same head, the same knowledge, the same experience. Start with it, but share it, teach it, get on stages and speak. Share this gift God has given to you. And because remember, you're giving value, you will get value in return. I'm not telling you theory. Razak knows me very well.
I
One
know
of
this is
my
practical.
sweetest streams of income is from speaking. So please don't come here now and say, because we are full of excuses. Rather, let me just say, because that's the next thing you will hear. But I am shy. I don't know how to speak in public. So how do you want us to help you?
Yes, I have that question.
You don't want to share these gifts God has blessed you with. How do you want us to help you? It means you're not ready to help yourself. Okay, even if you don't want to speak on stages, put a recorder in front of you, record your voice, and put it back. But for goodness sake, share the greatness. You are a city set on a hill. You are the light of the world, salt of the earth. Let the world enjoy you. So, Razak, that's for worst case scenario. Then for the others, you can co-own businesses, you can set up businesses. I wish you luck as you set up a business that you put another human being to run. You're going to need a lot of luck and prayer and hope. I wish you luck. You can also own businesses by owning stocks in companies, which is usually the easiest route to take. However, when you buy into businesses, you need to also understand that you're buying into the risk of those businesses. So whatever happens to the business will also affect your investment. But there are many options. But Razak have shared this one that is the easiest path where people can make money
So
from their
if I hear you, well, ability for someone to start doing something for themselves. You talked about agriculture. You talked about buying into stocks. You talked about co-owning businesses. But there's this fear of partnership. If I start something now, there's this fear that somebody came up and said, any business you want to do, if you know you don't have time to be part of that business, think about it well, because they will show you shege about it. What's your take about that, particularly for people who are thinking, should I go and set up one business now? What's the rules around? The rules are that. How do I manage my time? I'll go to work, I'll come back. What's your opinion on this?
Okay, so I say this to everyone who wants to start their entrepreneurial journey while in paid employment. Instead of seeing a business, see a newborn baby. Do you understand? Instead of seeing business, see a newborn baby. So ask yourself, will I leave my newborn baby and go to work and then come back in the evening to carry my newborn baby from where I left it? If the answer is no, just know that the same thing that will happen to that your newborn baby is what will happen to that your newborn business. It's the same thing. If you entrust the business to the hands of someone else, what you have said is, this my baby I am giving to you. I do not know whether you are a kind person. I do not know whether you are a thief. I don't know what you are, but I entrust my baby to you. I'm believing that you will take care of my baby. Will you do that? If the answer is no, then why are you giving your business to a stranger? If it's a family member, the person you are giving the business to, does the person have capacity? And more importantly, has the person shown capacity? Then you work for 5 years, you manage to save 5 million, you open a shop, then you bring someone whose capacity you are not sure of to manage the business. Did the person tell you that he or she is a manager? Did the person tell you that they are trustworthy? Based on what exactly did you hand over your 5 years worth of sweat to? If you are not sure what to do, dear 9 to 5er, leave your money alone. If you are not sure, while they're still thinking, leave your money alone in treasury bills or in money market mutual funds. Or even if worst case, if I leave it in savings account. So that at least you know that the principle is intact. However, if you have some experience in business, you've seen someone who has shown capacity, the business is up and running, the business is thriving, then you can test. You can win yourself into the business. Oh, this business looks like it has capacity. Let me look at your numbers. You want me to come in as a financial partner? Let's look at the numbers. Let me see how, because you have to open up your books to me. I want to see. And then when you are not sure, you ask questions. The same way you treat your baby. When you are going to drop your baby in a crèche, you look around, you check, you ask questions. It's the same thing you will do. Some people say, let me not ask, let them not think. For your 5 million naira, for your 5 years of work, No, ask the
But
question.
Coach T, I've also seen people who want to start businesses and I mean anything numbers like this it used to give me headaches. After that my salary, and once you start thinking about numbers, me I don't like all these punching numbers. So what will you tell people like that?
So I have one advice for you. If you know you don't like numbers, you're not interested in numbers, please just leave investment alone. Leave investment alone because investment is numbers. Business is numbers. Business is high risk investment. All businesses you see are high risk. Once there's a word business attached to it, just know that there's a high risk of loss. If you know you don't like numbers, which is fine, I'm more interested in knowing whether you are interested in getting rid of the ignorance. But if you say, well, I'm not interested in numbers and you are lazy about learning, then leave money alone. Don't even bother talking about money or investment.
If you look at that, Coach Steve, what about those, for example, people like that? They will say, "I'm not interested in numbers," and now one of the advice is don't do business. Then can they just focus on in building a diverse investment portfolio?
Yes, but even in their investment portfolio, they're going to review their numbers. They're going to look at the financial reports, even something as simple as a mutual fund. You're going to get a report. Your fund report will come out. Are they saying they will not look? What am I saying? Even their statement of account is a financial report. Do you understand? You are going to need to look at numbers. So the first thing, again, we are going to keep going back to working on your mind. The first thing you want to get rid of, dear adults, is the whole notion that I don't like numbers. The minute you say that, your brain shuts down. You need to get into a place of saying, instead of only saying I don't like numbers, you can say something like, numbers don't excite me. However, numbers that have currencies in front of them excite me. I don't like to look at 200, but I like to look at $200. Uh-huh. Or 200 naira. Uh-huh.
But what about the people who said, I want to start business? For example, you've advised people, you can start from teaching people what you know. You can start from farming. You can start from small businesses or co-owning business. But there's also this point of, me, I don't like anything marketing. Start marketing. I mean, what would you tell them? Because I always believe everybody is a natural marketer, just that people don't know they are marketing indirectly.
Yeah, so I do understand how some people can be reticent about putting themselves out there. Let me show you a shortcut. If you invest in your social capital well enough, you won't need to do marketing. But for you to invest in your social capital, you'll do some form of marketing, but maybe not the formal type. Let me give an example. Let's say I don't like to market, I don't want to do ads, I don't want to do anything marketing, structured marketing, but I like to connect with people. I get into a room of people and I'm able to say, oh, good afternoon, it's good to see you, sir. I've seen you somewhere before. I'm able to be warm. I'm naturally nice to people. I get in WhatsApp groups, I'm connecting, I'm engaging with people. People will like me naturally. If I meet 100, or let me say, if I am able to establish like 100 of such relationships, I may not need to do any marketing again. Because guess what? By being nice to them, by being friendly to them, I've already done marketing. When those people get opportunities, they will naturally refer them to me. But for them to refer them to me, they need to know that I do those things, right? So you see that you
Yeah.
cannot escape marketing. At the end of the day,
So,
what I'm saying to
so,
you is that you must market. And,
so
and
for
Razak,
for
I'll wrap up by, sorry, I just wanted to share this because it's in many of our cultures. People say, as a mother or a father, when you enter the house, it is the child that raises his hands like this that you will carry first.
yes.
So I'm going to say to you, are you raising your hands? If you are not, that's why nobody is carrying you. Over to you, Razak.
Thank you. That is deep. Are you raising your hands? And are you raising your hands maybe for the right people as well? But let me come back to this. And today's conversation is more for people who are in their mid-30s, early 40s, and they are thinking of investment. I mean, you are one of the coaches. I've said you are coach of coaches. So now talking to the people out there, where should, there's no rule of thumb to this, but how do you kind of start advising people to start taking the bull or by the horns when it comes to investment? Maybe you just want to talk about those general ones or things you say, people are very, very scared. What should they kind of start with when it comes to investment? I'm just scared of putting money. what's the kind of place to start? Or yeah, I'm in my mid-30s or to 40s, but I don't have much. Where can I start now? I want to start investing because all you've said now has influenced me, inspired me. What's that spot I can start investing gradually, at least to start building a portfolio for myself?
Yeah, so let me talk to those worst case scenario again. Someone, let's say, oh, the person has gone through a lot, the person had done investment in the past, has lost money, invested in, because I can give you the retinue. Oh, I did agri investment, I lost money. I did stock market, I lost money. I did real estate, I lost money. I did crypto, I lost money. Those are the usual suspects. Oh, I even did the insurance at some point. The insurance company folded up. I kept money in bank. The bank self died. Those are the usual suspects. So they've lost. I did business. My brother ran away with my money. I gave my wife money to start business. Instead of her to give me a return, she's quarreling with me. That's why you've experienced all of these. Now you're at your lowest. Yes. Anytime you hear the word investment, you get PTSD. I want to encourage you that worst case scenario, start just start with the money market mutual fund, money market instruments. At least those ones are in investment. We like to say there's nothing like 100% guarantee. There's nothing like zero risk, but those ones are as near zero as possible. Start with the money market mutual fund. Tie your tie your investment journey to your financial plan. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a financial plan, please start from there. Every other thing is theory. Start with, because your plan will show you which money should be kept for children's education, which money should be kept in your monthly expenses, which money should be kept for retirement, which money should be kept for medical emergencies, which money should be kept for investment. Then inside the investment, which money should be kept in high risk, which money should be kept in moderate risk, which money should be kept in low risk. That is all of that is what your financial plan will show you. But let's say you've not even set up a financial plan, but you just know that every month you can afford to put aside 50,000 while you are thinking, while you are learning. Start with the money market mutual fund. Worst case
I, I,
scenario.
I love that piece of advice. Start with the money market, even if all you're thinking is the least of it. I mean, Coach T, this is really, really amazing. If people need to follow you, what's that handle? Because, I mean, you are doing amazing work out there. If people need to follow you, Coach T, what's your handle? I mean, I'm sure people would love to just follow you and follow some of your powerful sessions and tips.
So you can search for me everywhere as Tobore Olumoye. But if on social media the O comes in front of it, so Otobore Olumoye, I'm everywhere, everywhere social. Otobore
Thank,
Olumoye. Yeah. But on
thank
Facebook, it's my full name, Otobore Onesi Olumoye.
Thank you. I think we will try and put that word on the screen. The Otobori is Otobori. Am I right?
RE.
RE. Yeah. I just want to clear that so that people will not use I for that. So thank you, Coach T, for this piece of advice. I think one of these days we'll bring you back to the studio and probably we can then start talking. I think one of those topics I'm reserving you for will be to talk about things around leverage. I learned that from you a while ago, but it would be good one of these days just to kind of share on that. Like I said, guys, Coach T is the coach of coaches. Let me drop that thank you for Coach T in the chat. What's that question you've got? Please drop it in the chat in the reply session. If you like this, hit on the like, share this, and turn on your notification for future episode. It's the Money Mindset with Razak. Hello, Your Excellency.